Before starting, ensure you have all parts and tools ready. To make the assembly easier, hand tighten bolts and nuts at first to allow for adjustments. Don't forget to check for loose screws and bolts periodically as you go. Now let's dive into assembling your LKC1 machine and get you ready for some incredible leg workouts. First, let's start by assembling the main frame. Step 1. Attach the left base support frame, part 7, to the front base support frame, part 8. Step 2. Connect the front base support frame, part 8, to the bottom front of the right main frame, part 1, as shown on screen. Step 3. Attach the right small handle, part 9, to the right side of the right main frame, part 1, using M10 washers, hardware B, and M10x75 external hexagon screws, hardware L. Step 4. Repeat the same process for the left side, attaching the left small handle, part 10. Step 5. Screw the right large handle, part 11, to the right side of the right mainframe, part 1, using the same hardware. Step 6. Finally, secure the left large handle, part 12, to the back of the right mainframe, part 1, using M10 washers, hardware B, and M10 nuts, hardware C. Next, let's assemble the rotational arm support. Secure the rotational arm support, part 2, to the right mainframe, part 1, using M10 washers, hardware B, M10 nuts, hardware C, and M10x65 round head square neck screws, hardware K. Now we will attach the connector tube. Use M10 washers, hardware B, M10 nuts, hardware C, and M10x70 external hexagon screws, hardware I, to secure the connector tube, part 6, in place. Moving on to the leg roller frame. Step 1. Attach the leg roller frame, part 5, to the rotational arm support, part 2, as shown in the video. Step 2. Ensure the frame is properly aligned before securing it. Next, install the foam roller. Step 1. Place the foam roller, part 13, onto the rotational arm support, part 2, as shown. Step 2. Attach the roller frame cover, part 16, using M10x20 hexagon socket countersunk head screw, hardware G, and M10x25 hexagon socket countersunk head screw, hardware H, to secure it in place. Now let's attach the cushion bracket frame. Step 1. Install the cushion bracket frame, part 3, onto the right mainframe, part 1. Step 2. Ensure all screws are tightened securely before proceeding. For the cushion assembly. Step 1. Place the cushion, part 15, onto the cushion bracket frame, part 3. Step 2. Secure the cushion, part 15, using M8 washers, hardware A, and M8x30 external hexagon screws, hardware E. Finally, assemble the backrest. Step 1. Position the backrest frame, part 4, onto the backrest, part 14, as shown on screen. Step 2. Secure the backrest, part 14, using M8 washers, hardware A, M8x30 external hexagon screws, hardware D, and M8x80 external hexagon screws, hardware F. Step 3. Attach the backrest frame, part 4, to the right mainframe, part 1, using the indicated hardware. For the cable assembly, thread one end of the cable through the rotational arm support, part 2, and secure the other end of the cable to the leg roller frame, part 5, as shown here. Make sure to tighten the connections. Once everything is in place, securely tighten all bolts and nuts with the appropriate tools. Perform a safety check to confirm that it is stable and ready for use.